Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, June 18th of 2023. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives that create a sustainable environment in a peaceful world. Today's topic is about healing our trust issues with the masculine energies, right? And what do we typically perceive of or think of when we think of the masculine energies, right? We've all had negative experiences of the masculine that have been brought on by the imbalanced expression of strength and power and the domination and control of the patriarchy, right? And they leave us feeling uneasy, unsafe, angry. And I don't care if you're male or female, these energies, when they're out of balance, can leave us feeling very uneasy. We hesitate to express our own strength and power and control, right? Those of us who when we say, oh, we're going to be empowered, we're going to get our lives in control, we're going to become strong, right? They become a compensation for those places in us that have felt oppressed or suppressed, right? And they're still not necessarily a healthy expression of strength and power and control, right? These things that we think of as masculine, and it really puts a negative spin on what masculine is, right? We've had so many experiences of the wrong way to use these energies, so we label them as bad and we shut ourselves down, and we're not able to have a healthy expression and a healthy experience of these energies, which are really divine powers, right? And as divine powers, as all the divine powers, we carry all of these energies inside of us. And just like all of our human traits, these energies or these powers have a higher expression and a lower expression. These traits in their higher expression are not bad. So what is the sacred role of the masculine, right? Because we can't have a healthy divine feminine and ignore or demonize the masculine, right? We need to understand the highest expression of the sacred masculine energy and bring our relationship with both masculine and feminine into harmony, into a unifying connection. So that's our topic for today. So now let's come into our meditation and healing circle. Let's come into our circle sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. And let's come into one circle, everything face toward the center of our circle. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, together let's call on our source. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. To imagine, perceive this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle, just streaming in, cleansing, purifying, illuminating all that is within our space. Right? The light is cleansing, right? Just let it cleanse, let it purify. And the light shines on those places that have been in the shadow and gives us clear vision, right? A more holistic vision of what is. The light is illuminating. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So this light fills our space. Just let this light just emanate out and fall on your skin. Let it fall on your pores and let it seep in through your pores, through your skin, into your tissues, and all the way into your body. And just let your body absorb this light, right? Let it absorb this light all the way in, all the way into your nervous system, cleansing and purifying your neurological pathways. And let it come all the way into your fluids, cleansing and purifying your fluids, your blood, your interstitium, right? Is that fluid within your body, the structured water within your body. Your body's 70 or more % water. But just let it be cleansed and purified. into your tissues, and all the way into your bones, all the way into the center of your bones. Just let this light come all the way in, all the way in. And as you inhale, just inhale it all the way in through your body and into your vertical core, this core of energy that runs through the center of your body. And let this light cleanse, purify, and awaken. Awaken you to whatever is within you that is ready to be illuminated. And just let yourself upright your spine, lengthen your spine, and feel this light that runs through the top of your head, all the way through your vertical core, along the front of your spine, all the way through and into your pelvic bowl and through your base. And just let yourself drop and sink into your body, just become more settled in your body as you just kind of stand in this light that is at your vertical core. And let yourself lean into it, right? Feel it embodying your core as you really stand in it. And now take a breath and turn your heart center, that funnel of energy from the front of your heart space, just turn it to face into the center of our circle, to that hub at the center of the wheel, the eye of your heart, as if you had an eye right at the center of your heart space. Just turn that eye to face directly to the hub of the wheel, and together call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love, to imagine, perceive this unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle, streaming in, and let your heart center, that funnel at the front of your heart, just tip up slightly and receive this gentle waterfall, this gentle rain of unconditional love as it streams in. And again, lean back into that vertical core. Let your heart tip up and just receive this unconditional love, just streaming through your heart center, all the way pouring through your heart center and all the way into your core. Breathe it in. Just use your heart center like a breathing portal and inhale it in. And if your heart feels blocked or cluttered, just let this gentle water just stream through your heart center. Just stream through. And those places, those blocks, those barriers, that clutter, just as you exhale, you can, anything that's ready to release, you can exhale it out and let it flow. Let it release from your heart space. And any of those places in your heart that feel blocked, the love is okay with that, right? Love is unconditional. But just let that love move around those spaces. And if you feel like those spaces are ready to be held, just let them be held in that unconditional love. Let them be held. And let them rest in. Invite them to rest into this holding, this gentle holding of this unconditional love. Love does not hold the conditions, only we do. So let these places, even if they're holding conditions on love or whether or not they are worthy of receiving love, that's okay. Just let them rest in and drop in and be held by the love. If they want to receive love, they can receive love. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And breathe and let's let the gentle waterfall, that gentle water of unconditional love just flow through your heart center as you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And again, together, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion. Just imagine, perceive this eternal compassion streaming in and filling all of our space with this compassion. The compassion is that ocean of living consciousness. As the poet Rumi says, these forms we seem to be our bodies, our cups, floating in an ocean of living consciousness. Cups, right? Not closed, open cups. What we are is ocean, too near to see, though we swim in it and drink it in. Don't be the cup with a dry rim, so let your open cup just float in this ocean and sink in this ocean and be in this ocean and swim in this ocean, and let the ocean, the living consciousness, the eternal compassion, let it flow through your cup, right? And let your cup be immersed in it. Let it move through you. Let it flow through you. Let it hold you. Let it surround you. Let it nurture you. Let it protect you. Let it contain you. And know that you belong. You are connected. You are supported within this ocean of living consciousness, this eternal compassion. Allow yourself to breathe in this light and this love. And as you exhale, drop in and be held in this ocean of compassion. Breathe in, receive it all the way into the core of your body. And as you exhale, drop in and let yourself land in your body. And be like the sponge that just absorbs in this pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Absorb it into all of your cells, all the way into your very core, until you are saturated, fully saturated with love and compassion. This is the existence of love and compassion, the divine existence that is unconditional and unchanging and unwavering. Right? This isn't a love that gives and takes. This is the existence of love, the existence of compassion that is there. It is ever present. It is a vibration. It is a power. It is a force that is always here and does not change. So let yourself be held in that. And receive, 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 and land in it. Land in it. Land in it. So I invite you to feel yourself held. We want to talk today about healing our trust issues with the masculine energies. Our patriarchy has given us some pretty harsh, right? We call it the patriarchy, the male-dominated power, control, strength, and the misuse of that, right? That's automatically what comes to mind, and that's what's implied when we talk about the patriarchy and these negative masculine aspects of the patriarchy. Really gives the masculine a bad rap, and it gives strength and power a bad rap, right? And sometimes we relinquish our control because control itself has a bad rap, right? We don't want to be too controlling, right? But what's our relationship? What's a healthy relationship with power and strength and control? What's a healthy relationship with it? So the truth is, Bismillah, power in its highest expression is a divine force. It's a divine force that created the universe. and look at the beauty of this universe. Look at just in awe of the stars, of the cosmos, of this incredible planet, and all of the wisdom contained within it that gives life and sustains life. I want to actually, I'm feeling guided to go to a divine name. There's actually a feminine name, but it is one of the most strong, and it is Latif. Latif. It's the name of Latif, which means the subtle, is the one who is beyond reach, the tender, and the gently all-pervading. So this name I'm reading from Fauzia's book, Fauzia al-Rawi, Divine Names, 99 Healing Names of the One Love. And Latif is one of the divine powers that is subtlety. Subtlety. This name means subtlety so fine that it cannot be discerned by the eye, so delicate that it registers all vibrations and the tenderest mysteries. It is so gentle that it carries the most blessed gifts. A latif means gentleness toward all creatures. It means alleviation, carrying, and unconditional gifts. Its tender kindness works in the background, so be gentle to all creatures, and when you call them, do so with softness and tenderness in your heart. So this takes us to the tenderness, which she goes on to say, this name is often connected to femininity, yet being a woman means to be strong, stronger than a man. For it is the woman who elevates the man to the level of her heart. Her soul precedes the man's soul. A woman's sight is wide and full of nuances. Her deeds often work in the background. She contains the world, whereas the man penetrates it. So think of this in terms of the feminine energies and the masculine energies, right? The feminine energy contains the world. The masculine energy penetrates the world. There is a Native American, it's a Cherokee proverb that says the highest calling of the woman is to lead a man to his soul so as to reunite him with his source. The highest calling of the man, the masculine energy, is to protect the feminine or the female so that she is free to walk the earth unharmed. This feminine energy is this strong state of being. It is receptive. It receives the divine powers. It contains them. It holds them. It's that state of being, that divine essence, that presence. The masculine energy is to protect and preserve this feminine energy as it would a sacred temple. The masculine is to move like it's that which moves out into the world, right? We think of we hear that the feminine is the receiving and the masculine is the giving. And we wonder that, like, how is that? Because the feminine seems to always be giving, and doing for others. But the feminine is that which receives and contains all of the divine powers. And it is that place, the feminine energy is that place that we return to in meditation, right? When we need to be nourished and we need to reconnect, to reunite with source, right? To be elevated and reconnected with soul so as to reunite with source. That's that feminine. The masculine is that which moves out, the action, the doing, right? That's the masculine energy. And when these two are in harmony, in balance with each other, that masculine We are moving from this state of being. We don't change who we are or leave our state of connection and peace in order to go out and to do and to penetrate right into the world, to move into the world. We protect, right? The masculine protects that state of being as we move out, and we do from the state of being, and we give from the state of being, right? We don't give to deplete ourselves. We give from that full cup that overflows, that place of connection. And this place, this inner subtle strength that contains all of the tenderest mysteries, that place of connection, this place of inner strength and power, the strongest, is like that temple. And the masculine energy is here to protect, to honor, and to preserve this inner feminine and this strength. And the power contained within, and the power that is used to protect and to care for and to honor it's a beautiful harmony, a beautiful balance, a beautiful relationship. It is not here to harm. You've probably heard of the oxytocin hormone, the hormone of oxytocin. That is that, when we're in love, or when we're making love, or when we have a baby, that we're flooded with that oxytocin that is just that love, right? That love that we feel, that's an overwhelming and fulfilling love that we feel. That's that oxytocin. There is another hormone alongside that that's called the vasopressin. And the vasopressin is that, I call it the mama tiger hormone, right? Because the vasopressin is one that protects and preserves at all costs. A mama will not let her baby be harmed. Neither will a dad. Will not let the baby be harmed. Will protect and preserve, right? And that's a different kind of love and a different kind of strength from the oxytocin, right? But both are valuable and both are true and both are necessary in this world that we live in, right? And they work in harmony and connection with each other, just as the masculine and the feminine. So I just want to invite, if there are places in you that have experienced the power, the domination, the control in a negative sense, a way that feels like it has brought harm to you, and a lot of us have, male and female, right? And we've received this imbalance from people in a male body and a female body, right? So it's not necessarily all about male or female. It's the energies, right, that we associate with them. So, Bismillah, just those places in you that may have felt wounded, I invite you to just kind of lift those places from your heart, and let's bring them into the center of the circle. Excuse me. And together, as we call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, let's call on the angels and ask for their help. Call on the guides, the healers, the helpers, all who are here to help us on this earth journey. And let's ask them. There is a mantra, a divine name called Al-Haq, Al-Mubin, Al-Haq, H-A-Q-Q. It's like H-A-Q-Q, the truth. Al-Mubin, like M as in Mary, U, B as in boy, E-E-N as in Nancy. Al-Haq, Al-Mubin. And it means the clear truth. And let's just call on the divine power of clear truth to come in and just wash any of the false imprinting that has been put into our energy bodies, right, that has us holding on to what is not true about the intention, the divine intention, the highest expression of the masculine, right? And just invite this al-haq al-mubin. Al-haq al-mubin. Just invite this to wash, like cut through the falsehoods, cut through what is not real, what is not true, cut through what has been like manufactured from the human ego about what power and control and domination and strength really mean. Dominion, shall we say? And just cut through all of that. And let's al-haq al-mubin, right? Just place whatever imprints, whatever like things that don't feel right to your heart, into your body, to your soul. Just place them into the center of the circle and we just call on al-haq al-mubin. Al-haq al-mubin. Al-haq al-mubin. Al-haq al-mubin. Just cut through and wash those and clear those and cleanse those. And just really release that imprinting from your energy body. Release it from your, like, wiping that programming off of your computer hard drive. Al-haq al-mubin. Al-haq al-mubin. Al-haq al-mubin. And really bringing in the clear truth. But what is the truth of divine power? What is the truth of divine majesty? What is the truth of divine strength? What is that truth? And let's call on, there's a divine name, Ya Aziz, Ya Aziz, and it's A-Z-I-Z, Aziz, Aziz, Ya Aziz. And that is the divine strength. Divine strength. I'm going to turn to that one in the book also. Ya Aziz, right? It's Aziz, Aziz. That is the powerful, the strength. This divine name, Al-Aziz, encompasses the valuable, the majestic, the powerful. God rules the heavens and the earth and everything in between. So let's call in Aziz. And the beautiful thing about Aziz, if you can just imagine that, feel that coming through the top of your head, right along this vertical core, the divine power of strength. Usually when we feel an absence of strength inside of ourselves, we feel that we have been oppressed. We feel that we've been powerless or disempowered in some way, that we feel a collapse inside of ourselves, and then we put up some armor or we muster up some strength from our ego, from some part of ourselves that is not the true strength. It's a fabricated strength, right? And that always feels a little bit off, right? You can tell the difference between a fabricated strength and a true inner strength. So let's call on Aziz, the divine power of Aziz, that strength and power of the divine, and let that come right through the top of your head, and let this vibration of this divine power just move through your vertical core and emanate through your vertical core this vibration of Aziz, of the divine power and divine strength, right? And let yourself, like, let it move all the way through the very center of your body, all the way through along the vertical core, down through your body, through all of your energy centers, right? All of your energy centers connect in with the vertical core. Let it move all the way through this vertical core at the very center of your body and infuse it with Aziz, Aziz, Aziz. And let that strength, let it move all the way through, all the way into your base and through your pelvic floor. Ya Aziz. And just breathe and let yourself like draw your energy into this vertical core. Ya Aziz, Ya Aziz, Ya Aziz. Into this vertical core and lean into it. And let yourself just be infused, like every cell of your body be infused with this divine strength, divine power. Ya Aziz, Ya Aziz. And let it become you from the very center, from the core of your being. Let yourself feel that strength that overcomes all weakness, right? It says that Al-Aziz lets the good overcome the weaknesses. And let that strength, let it just, like, let it build those places inside of you that have been in collapse, that have felt victimized, that have felt disempowered. Just let this strength, have you noticed those places in your body? Just let that strength build up in those places in your body and fill them with this divine power, divine strength from the inside, right? From the inside of yourself. And feel the strength and the empowerment come from within you. Let it like become like a pillar at the core of your body, right? Like a solid oak tree with a solid trunk that's deeply rooted into the earth, right? When the wind blows, that solid trunk just moves right around the trunk and the trunk stays rooted into the earth. Let yourself be like that solid oak tree in the very core of your trunk, of your tree trunk. Be Aziz, the divine power, divine strength. Ya Aziz. And just let those roots grow deep and strong into the earth, anchoring your being into the earth, right? And feel that solidness of your core, of your trunk, all the way up to the top of your head, from your base, all the way up to the top of your head, moving along your vertical core, bringing strength and power, really solidifying and filling your being. And Ya Aziz, bring the vibration of Aziz into your core. Receive that divine power. Like, let it really receive all the way through all of your energy body and through every cell, all the way into the core of all your bones, into the core of your spinal column, into the core of your vertical core, into all of your tissues, and into every cell. So every cell knows the existence, the divine power of Aziz, and it becomes a deep inner knowing, and let it be you, right? Let the strength be you from a very deep inner place, right? Again, the grass is green, the sky is blue, the sun is bright, you are you. Know it at that level of certainty in your body. It just is, because it is what God made. It is. And this strength, now just breathe into it and lean into it. And as you do, just notice those places around you where you've held armor, or where you've like had to muster up some strength to be just to be present in a situation, or to withstand the outer, right? It's your relationship to the imbalances in the outer world that we perceive as the masculine, toxic masculinity, right? Because the toxic masculinity probably still going to be there when we finish this, but your relationship to it can be different. So feel that strength from within yourself. Notice those places, right? When you feel this strength coming inside of yourself, you no longer have that collapse. Do you need this armor? Do you need this mustered strength, right? That moves out in front of yourself, right? You don't want to leave your body to be strong. Bring it back in. Let yourself land into this vertical core of Aziz, of Aziz. And just, you know, you can always call those armors and those energies back if you need them. But for now, let's see if maybe you can just like hang that suit in the closet for a minute and feel this strength inside of yourself. Notice now how you might move in the world. Remember, we talked about moving from that state of being is the latif, that feminine receptivity, that is that strong, that strength, that power that returns us to the soul to reunite to source, right? Feel that the strength of the temple, that unwavering completeness, that connectedness. And now from that embodied place, infused in Al-Aziz, the strength. As you move into the world, just feel how you might relate differently to the masculine energies, if you will, of power and control. Feel that. How do you relate differently to it? How can you be different with it? And just notice if there are people that come to mind for you, right? When we heal our relationships between feminine and masculine and how we embody it and how we carry it, how we move with it, we can begin to heal our relationships with each other, because whether we recognize it or not, we will often project. We see someone in a male body and we will project everything that we think is masculine or supposed to be masculine onto whether or not they measure up to it. And then we make judgments and perceptions and we act accordingly. Same with the feminine, right? What kind of feminine is this person in this female body? What we perceive to be a female body or what we perceive to be a male body. You know, what do we, when we look at it and we say, this looks like this level of feminine, this level of masculine, and how do we want to relate to that? We make judgments. We project onto it and we relate to it in that way. So again, al-haq al-mubin. What is the truth? What is the truth? This is natural. We judge, we perceive, we discern, right? It's how we keep ourselves safe and aware, right? Aware and safe as we move through the world. So just as you notice those things, take a deep breath, bring yourself back into your core, Ya Latif, that strong and subtle inside of yourself, that feminine, Ya Aziz, strength and power of the divine, and let that merge at your core. How do you move? How do you move? And just ask again, let's ask for calling our source, calling the angels, the healers, the helpers, the guides, to release those projections, especially for the people that we care about the most, right? And this is Father's Day. So particularly talking about your father, the fathers in your life, the father figures in your life, and just ask for those projections to be cleaned, to be washed, and for the truth to be revealed, right? So that we can hold each other in love and compassion. So we say, seek first to understand and then to be understood. What is there for us to seek understanding of? How can we come to a place of knowing our own power and strength, knowing our own this inner completion, inner completeness, right? We don't need for anyone else to complete us. So how can we let that go? Right? We don't need for anyone else to measure up to society's standards of what male or female should be. We can let those go. Al-Haq al-Mubin, the clear truth. Stand in your own subtle strength and your own divine power. Let that bring you the completion, the completeness on an inner level. And seek to understand. Seek to understand. And let yourself really feel now inside of yourself. Again, leaning into that vertical core. Feel the inner, that subtle strength and the divine power merging inside you, really emanating from your core, the oak tree, right? You be it be you. And just let yourself really stand in it and fill the space of it and merge with it as it merges with your own inner core. You be it be you. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Be and it is. I pray that this helps you in your relationships, your inner masculine and inner feminine, in your relationship between you and other masculine and feminine beings in the world and energies in the world. And I hope that it helps you to heal any wounding you may have experienced and shift your relationship with whatever you may encounter today. Wish you an absolutely beautiful and blessed day. And I look forward to seeing you live next week as I'll be home from this retreat and I have so much that I want to share with you. I can't wait. So I'll see you live next week. Again, there will be no Q&A today. No opening for Q&A. If you do need anything from me, please reach out. You can schedule a time to talk with me at schedulewithdeborah.com. If you're listening to the recording or even if you're here live, you're invited to join us on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. You can find information for joining us live at communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. While you're there, sign up to receive the reminders and the replays. And when you do, you receive 2 free gifts. One is a one sheet that's called the 10 Spiritual Principles of Our Human Existence. It's 10 principles that help us to remember the truth of who we are, what this life is about, why we're here on this world, helps us to keep it in perspective so that we can stay in that place of inner power, inner strength, that interconnectedness, that we know why we're here and how we really want to move in this world. It also comes with a 15-minute downloadable guided meditation that I hope you will download and make a part of your daily practice. Is to help us to connect with that pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion that is the truth of the core of your being. And with that, I thank you very much for being here today. I'll end for today, and I look forward to seeing you next week.